also called Elohim in the Bible. Indeed, at some point, Joshua gives the Israelites, before they cross the Jordan into the promised land, they say, you now have a choice. Do you want to follow the Elohim of Egypt? Do you want to follow the Elohim of Mesopotamia? Or do you want to follow Yahweh as the monotheistic concept of one God that rules, controls, designs, etc., everything?
You know, the prophet Daniel in the Old Testament, I think it's 4:23 in Daniel, says that he was given a vision by God where he saw the earth, and it was in a total, the words were a desolation, a destruction and a desolation of the world, in a vision taking him back to an ancient time. Can't remember exactly how the words were in Daniel, but that reminded me of Genesis 1:2, where it says that God created the heavens of the earth, or Elohim created the heavens of the earth, and the earth.
I raise my hand
Yeah.
to tell you that. I mean, indirectly, you raise a very, very fundamental question for biblical scholars, and thus for theologians. In Hebrew, the sentence, the verse says, Bereshit, which is translated in the beginning. Elohim, God, created the heaven and the earth.
Que estas dos tecnologías no pueden ser de la misma era. No puede ser, porque es que esta es mucho más avanzada, o sea, no sé, se ve como mucho más moderna. Y esa se ve más trajinada. Como si hubieran dado más en el tiempo. El cinturón sí es el mismo. El peso, pues ya sabemos que esta tiene 13 kilos, esta tiene 11, 12, no se lo acuerdo. Eso lo tuvo que haber perdido. Lo perdió. Jaime, eso perdió el cobre. Esto, el cosito que venía acá, mire, es el mismo. Y aquí está el hueco, pero ¿por qué no está? Yo creo. No son de aquí. No son de aquí. Lo digo para no equivocarme.
Them like the Buddhist spheres, I believe.
Mire, si usted mira aquí, esta cavidad, mírela, es esta misma cavidad que está.
But the question that remains, are these legitimate? Are these just made by somebody who, in their free time, and causing some type of hysteria amongst people, thinking these are some legitimate alien probes?
Aquí arriba, mírela, la misma. Esta cavidad que está aquí es esta misma cavidad. Mírela. Los patrones son los mismos.
Un poco este lado. Ok, perfecto. Y ahora mismo.
I'm Jamie Maussan. In Mexico, since 2009, archaeological pieces have been presented and even marketed that allegedly have alien ships and non-human beings engraved on their surfaces. Pieces that have been practically sold because that's what has happened all over the country. These apparently come from 5 states. The first of these, without a doubt, is Jalisco and Ojuelos, where according to some research, the place from where the Aztecs set out to what would later become the Great Tenochtitlan or Tenochtitlan could have been located. These pieces have been considered fake by many and have been marketed excessively. However, research that has been carried out over 15 years or during 15 years seems to be demonstrating, as we are going to do in this program, that these pieces are real, or at least some of them. If they were, even just one, history would have to change. It would be demonstrated that beings with non-human or extraterrestrial characteristics coexisted in our country and that their presence was recorded on these stones that are now being analyzed by various universities around the world, especially in Italy. And the results have surprised me. The truth is that I did not want to get close to this subject because there are doubts about it. However, the research would be showing that we were wrong, that some of the cases, and I do not want to say all of them because there are also many reproductions that are not, but some of these pieces, some of these findings may be real, and this would suggest that anthropology and archaeology should investigate this possibility more deeply.
Piece number 1 is approximately 2,500 kilos. All right? This is the piece number 1.
What are y'all thoughts on that?
And from there, we're going to piece number 2. Approximately 1,200 200 kilos. This is like approximately 400 kilos. Approximately 525 kilos. 6.
What if this was like a pre-civilization to where mankind, we lived amongst these beings? Maybe someone did some, or something occurred to where the great separation.
450 kilos. Okay, and 6. This is 6.
800.
This is approximately 850 kilos. This one. Okay, and from there we're going. It's approximately
800.
825 kilos. Number 8. 1,250 kilos, approximately. Okay. 8. This is number 8, 9. Beautiful piece. It's approximately 750 kilos.
Imagine how many anomalous artifacts out there have been collected by private buyers, just sitting somewhere on somebody's shelf. They just looking at it like, I'm the only one that got this. I'm the only one that's seen this. Preventing the progress of history or new things, concepts to be brought into being.
Pretty big. Nice. Okay. This piece is approximately 750 kilos. Piece number 11. Right here. Mother with 2 aliens. Approximately 700.
They've been making some freaky statues.
700 kilos.
I believe this video been out pre-AI, but they say AI been around for 100-some years. Who says how much it been manipulating our history and what we've been seeing?
That is crazy. Look at that. There are no videos of people climbing this place, getting close to it just by plane. These, for instance, are some pictures where you can actually see it's kind of a pyramid. It looks like it has angles. It actually...
I think the issue is, and they probably know, they probably go here, take artifacts from these places. What is it called? Remember, what's the skeletons in the Henry Ford was him. Not coming to mind. It was a character, and they basically was looking for the lost skulls and stuff. Who says they ain't going around finding artifacts and stuff like that? It's coming to me, Jones. Give me a second.
It looks like a perfect pyramid in the middle of the Amazon jungle. It's crazy. That alone tells me that there's something going on in the Amazon forest. So let's take a look into
Indiana Jones, right? And who says that that was a story that they was telling us? Because a lot of people say they have to tell us the truth through this symbolism and different things put in the movies to prevent karmic repercussions.
part 2 of this video, him actually coming across this place and trying to find somewhere to climb it.
Assim, ó. Vai mais ali na frente. E aqui, ó. Ali, assim, tem aqueles desenhos antigos na pedra. Ó. Tá vendo aí, ó? 2 orelhinhas pra cima. Caramba, velho.
Yeah, so... Oh my gosh.
And it can change history, right?
This is like...
Cuidado, hein?
Wow.
Tem muito abelha.
Well, I guess as treasure hunters and divers, it's like if they find something, they can actually profit from it, I guess.
Você vai tentar se aproximar. Tá aqui os meninos tudo com medo. Entendeu? Ali o Francisco tá ali na frente.
Sell to private buyers.
Oh my gosh.
Aqui tem muita ortiga, cara.
What?
Ó, galera.
Nah, wait. What?
Eles fecharam a entrada, cara.
And that's what's so interesting. What else is out there that we're just being prevented to know about? Because it would change the whole indoctrination of our history. Y'all believe in flat earth? Is that a concept that y'all think is real, or y'all, you know, I think the earth is round? Which one is it? For me, I'll be honest, I don't know. I'm one of them guys with certain things, I got to see it for myself. So until I go to space, I'm going to always just say, I don't know. No matter what somebody tell me, they can make things sound good. There's a lot of liars that can make things sound good. A lot of truth tellers that can make things sound good as well. So.
That fine face now for sale. If you want, you buy. And come into your own face. Look at it now.
Is that AI? Like, what happened?
I'm talking. The way we have Nyash. The way we have...
Does it have the consistency of young human flesh?
It's spongy, it has life to it.
You're with a guy with brightly colored undergarments, and you got soft human flesh in front of you. You're in a weird place.
I'm looking forward to this. This is really, really going to be a great pancake.
This could be like the chrome that they be using. This could be like a metaphor for the chrome that they could be using to, you know, rejuvenate themselves. Who knows?
Okay, hold on a second. 2020, U.S. new quarter was a bat. We know what happened in 2020 in regards to bats. That's the official story anyway. Do you know what the 2026 quarter is? My face is in front of it. I'll move in a second. Take a guess. It's a freaking ship, dude. It's a ship. And do you know how many times every 6 years, go back and look at Ebola, SARS, H1N1. Look at the dates that those are occurring. There's a pattern emerging here, dude. And if you look at the front of The Economist, 2026, you got needles all over it, you got war, you got a Freemasonic compass here if you mirror this. I think they're hiding in plain sight what's going on. And actually, there is a ship right there as well. So I can't say I have all the answers for all this stuff, but I do know that clearly.
And it's reported that a plane was on its way to Detroit, and the administration redirected it back to Montreal because they said it was a verified virus aboard, and a guy that was so-called on the plane made a Reddit post, and he said that the stewardess, they have been putting on masks and stuff. So it'd be dangerous, especially something like the Ebola, this other stuff really starting to become viral, airborne, knocking people off.
Clearly, there's a concerted plan and effort to keep us in a lowered state of consciousness with all the crazy chemicals in the food, air, and water supply, like fluoride, which is designed to, or at least does, calcify our pineal gland. So if you think it's important to detox during this pinnacle moment in human history, right now Chalk is giving away free $100 bags of organic heirloom cacao from Bolivia, the chocolate powder, which is super detoxifying and delicious. And if you combine that with the hot water purified shilajit, then you're getting some of the most potent superfoods in the natural world. Comment the word free below and check your DMs for
Hey you
details.
guys, my name's Ansley. I live in Coweta County, Georgia. I wanted to come out here and show you guys firsthand what is happening to our county. So as you can see behind me, we have these power lines. Georgia Power is going to expand these lines to support power to the data center. What they're doing to homeowners is they're taking their homes. This is my childhood home behind me. It is being taken by force by Georgia Power. Homeowners in this county do not have a choice. It is called eminent domain, and they will take it.
We are the first species.
I'm sorry that's even occurring to her. I can only imagine the pain and the struggle, the emotional turmoil that they dealing with as a family. Prayers out to them. Ain't no way, like, we gotta stop them data centers. It seems very problematic. It feel like it's gonna be one of them situations that we said we should have fought. Who knows? Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. It could be ignorance, lack of information. Not trying to fear monger, but just the way it be just eating up water. Unless water is a renewable resource. No, I think we got to make sure we take care of it, because we poison the water. It could. I don't think it's gonna fix itself. We might have technology, but I don't. Who knows what we can and can't do?
Species on the face of this earth to be aware of evolution, to be aware that we are affecting our own evolution by everything that we do, the babies we eat, the food we eat, the car.
Join me in my 3-part series where I tell you what they're spraying, who's spraying it, and what you can do about it. Here's why this airplane fog you're seeing is truly a chemical blanket they're spreading across all of us. There's 3 main elements they're blasting us with: aluminum, barium, and strontium. They each have their own flaws. Barium in large amounts can stop the body from producing potassium. This can lead to things like muscle weakness and, in severe cases, paralysis. Inhaling large amounts of strontium, possibly the worst one. High rates of osteoporosis, bone cancer, leukemia, you name it. While aluminum is found all over our Earth, high levels of it can cause major neurotoxicity, leading to brain functioning issues. While all of these elements are found naturally in the Earth, all these nanoparticles we're inhaling are extremely toxic.
And I was looking at the flat Earth map. Hold on. Don't leave yet, because it's not about flat Earth. And that's when it hit me. A lot of the land beyond the ice wall have the same names as the gods. Have some Egyptian god names, some Norse gods, and some Greek gods. Now pay attention to how this map looks. Very similar to our solar system. But wait, there's more. I then started noticing how the number 12 has a significant value in our life. These just being the few. But it isn't 12 that's the important number. It's actually 13. There just always is a sacrifice. For example, Jesus had 12 disciples, yet he was sacrificed. He would have been the 13th. There's 12 zodiac signs, when in all actuality, there's 13, matching the 13 constellations. But let's look at the astrological wheel. Doesn't it look just like the other maps? How about we look at a black hole? I know. I'm getting there. And thinking about the zodiac signs, it actually reminded me of a movie called 13 Ghosts. If you've ever seen this movie, there was originally 12 ghosts, and one had to be sacrificed. This is the book that went along with the movie. Look like anything? The 13 ghosts are the 13 zodiacs. Notice how there's kids in the middle. Listen to what they say about the ghost and the goal.
Calaris, what's that? It's Latin. Calaris. The eye of hell. Very good. The eye of hell. Stuck in here. That's how it's crazy. Right? Go on.
In hell, there's an eye that sees everything. The past and the future, the heaven and earth, the blessed and the damned. If knowledge is power, then the man who controls the ocularis would be the most powerful man on earth.
It's not power.
Your uncle.
Great. So, how many ghosts have been set free?
11, and the house needs 12.
No. Damon said something about 13.
13.
That there are 13 ghosts.
The 13th ghost is a failsafe. In order to stop the process, the house needs the sacrifice of life instead of death.
Another sacrifice.
Willing human sacrifice.
Anyone else know this one of the ghosts is a titan? Oh, and this is just the beginning. Let's talk about the time machine in Lovecraft Country. Look familiar?
They be putting it in the movies, the TV shows.
Notice how she was the motherboard, the one that's able to shape the reality of whatever timeline they're in. So what am I saying? Celestial bodies have been governing over us. We're in the center, the 13th. Although we can shape our reality, we're being used for our energy to help power the source. For the one that has control over the machine, computer system, Earth, whatever you want to call it, has all the power. There's so much I want to add, but I don't even know if y'all gonna like this, but make sure to like and comment and let me know what you think.
This is supposed to be, I think, the hantavirus, right?
An emergency message. Outbreak of the
The
deadly virus
Simpsons.
is spreading rapidly.
A virus? A worrying new challenge in efforts to contain the hantavirus.
All we want right now is to feel safe.
For now, nobody is being allowed off the boat.
All ships must remain at sea.
Have fun! My booze!
It's the same disease that killed Betsy Arakawa, the wife of late actor Gene Hackman.
According to the newspaper, FEMA was called out to manage an outbreak of the hantavirus. I'm saying it wasn't the hantavirus.
They're buying it. They're buying it.
Your father and I were recruited for a project. They told us it was biological warfare or a virus. What killed those men? A silent weapon required.
CIA's fake animals. In the 1970s,
the way the Simpsons be predicting things, you would think either they time travelers or they in on the script.
the CIA developed what they called the Insectothopter, which was a drone the size of a dragonfly and hand-painted to look like one. It was kept secret until December 2003, when it was revealed to the public at the CIA Museum, and the project was abandoned because it was too difficult to fly in crosswinds. Another similar project was the AeroVironment Nano Hummingbird, created with specifications given by the Defense Advanced Research Projects Agency. These weren't the only times they used animals or crafted fake animals to spy on their enemies. During the Cold War, they developed a camera so light that it could be carried by pigeons in order to take aerial photos, and they even trained some of these pigeons to drop eavesdropping devices onto window ledges. However, despite successfully placing some of these devices, no usable audio was captured from them. They even used fake fish to secretly check water samples for the presence of nuclear runoff or other suspicious substances.
This is about to get crazy. You guys remember how there used to be asylums like for crazy people back in the days? Check this out.
What if the insane asylums from the 1800s weren't built for insane people at all? Think about it. People always say, if there was a reset, wouldn't everyone have known? But what if the people who did know were labeled insane? In the 1800s, all across America and Canada, massive insane asylums started appearing. Huge buildings, massive stone structures, some of the biggest buildings in the entire country at the time. But here's the strange part. Many of these cities were just being founded. So where did all of these insane people come from? And how did they know there would be so many of them that they built entire castle-like complexes to hold them? Look at the Central Lunatic Asylum in Ohio. It looks more like a fortress than a hospital. Look at the Columbia State Hospital. At one point, it was the largest building in the United States. And then there's St. Vincent Hospital in St. Louis. They say it was built in 1 year. 1 year in the 1800s. With that architecture. So you have to ask yourself, were these buildings really made to treat the insane? Or were they made to silence people who remembered a world that no longer existed?
What if the people who they considered crazy were never crazy at all? And that's why they stopped building these asylums, because now everybody's already brainwashed. It's like these people were probably never crazy to begin with. They were just exposing the truth, and that's why they kept building these massive asylums in the 1800s. They didn't want the truth getting out. And then once the truth got out and everybody that actually knew the truth was dead by getting old, that's when they stopped building these asylums. What the fuck,
document
bro?
showed that Hillary Clinton took exceptional interest in the search for the tomb of Gilgamesh. There is an ongoing conspiracy theory that the real motivation for the invasion of Iraq was to find the tomb of Gilgamesh. Why on earth would Hillary Clinton be interested in Gilgamesh?
Gilgamesh, he was a giant. He was half god, half man. He was on a quest for immortality. I think they really wanted to find his tomb to see if they can do a DNA test.
One of the things that they might have recovered in Iraq was a Stargate.
Saddam was learning how to activate these things. He was getting ready to expose this to the world. His new museum that he had just built with all the information that can prove that there was an ancient advanced civilization and an ancient airport with beings flying and landing here in Iraq. And they were going to expose all of this.
Spaceships.
Yeah.
This has been concealed for centuries. The real purpose of the Eiffel Tower is something far beyond what you've been told. Most people believe it's nothing more than a symbol of Parisian culture or a product of the industrial era. The truth? The Eiffel Tower was designed as a massive antenna, an instrument for wireless electricity experiments, and its secrets could have revolutionized the world. The year was 1889, and the tower was unveiled at the Paris World's Fair, touted as a temporary exhibit. But here's where it gets strange. The true intent behind this engineering marvel was hidden in plain sight. Nikola Tesla visited Paris in the 1880s. During his stay, he met with Gustav Eiffel and shared his groundbreaking vision for a world powered by free, wireless energy. Tesla had already proven with his Wardenclyffe Tower that electricity could be transmitted wirelessly across vast distances. Eiffel, utterly fascinated by Kessler's revolutionary ideas, took these principles and incorporated them into the design of the Eiffel Tower. This was not just about aesthetics. This was about power, real power. During the tower's construction, strange phenomena were reported. Electromagnetic anomalies, unexplained lights, and strange sparks were seen surrounding the tower. Locals spoke of nighttime experiments, and some even claimed to have witnessed orbs of light dancing around the structure. Why hasn't
the
this
Earth
been
couldn't be this spinning ball right here because 70% of the Earth is water, and water doesn't bend convexly around the exterior of a spinning sphere in a vacuum. That would defy physics, including fluid and statics. Of course, also they say that gas pressure is bending around the outside of this ball convexly, right? That's what the atmosphere is. Even though gases have no inherent shape, and that's a dumb term, the gas around the sphere would fill the available space because of the second law of thermodynamics. And the water always finds its level. That's called fluid statics. These are actual laws of physics that cannot be denied. But when it comes to the magic spinning cartoon ball Earth in a vacuum that only NASA can see, and we're supposed to believe even though they admit it's just cartoons, well, it defies all the physics. It has magical powers. And what gives them the magical powers is that we give them $60 million a day. That's right, NASA takes $60 million a day of our tax money to tell us that the Earth defies physics, and then they give us cartoons, and that proves it. How impressive. So if the Earth was actually a ball like this, then, well, the water would fall off of it because water finds its level. It's called fluid statics. And as it spins, the water falls off of it faster. So 70% of a ball Earth couldn't be water. That's dumb. Of course, we've actually measured the Earth and doesn't have a radius of 3,959 miles or a circumference of 24,901 miles. Because that means it has to bend at a rate of 8 inches per mile squared, which means you see the Earth curvature at 1.225 times the square root of the observer's height in feet. So at 1 foot off the surface of the Earth, you see Earth's curvature from 1.2 miles away. But we see horizons over 10 miles away from 1 foot off the surface of the Earth, requiring the radius to be over 250,000 miles, and they claim it's under 4,000 miles. What a clown world. Welcome to Clown World. But hey, guys, you should probably not listen to any empirical evidence or laws of physics because the government would never lie to you.
He was going in.
Okay, here's another conspiracy theory. You've seen all the grainy footage of nuclear test blasts that you've
sure.
with the mushroom clouds, and there are always these grainy things, and there's all these like little houses lined up and these little trees lined up, and that blows everything down. Yeah. Okay, so here's the question, right? So what happened? Okay, so this is great. Okay, you'll love this. So what happened to the camera?
You son of a bitch.
How is that happening yet the camera is like totally stable and fine?
Oh my god!
And by the way, the film is fine. The radiation didn't cause any damage to the film.
Do you think it's one of the signs of that AI from in the past that they had that could have just been making these videos and doing this, and we thought it was like nobody questioned it. Like, oh, it must have been secure behind, hunkered down to something. You know, who knows? Like. All the thought processes and the guesses, and like you just go along with what the government says. I think sometimes they telling the truth in certain situations, but you gotta always question when people telling you something. What's the agenda?
Oh my god!
By the way, okay, we'll do this one. We'll do the loop one more time here. Where's the? Let's see the car.
The car's right behind the house. It just showed up.
Oh,
okay.
It just showed up.
So wait a minute. First of all,
wasn't there.
First of all, where'd the car come from?
Yeah. No car.
The second is, does it really look like
car?
A real, does that look like a real car?
That's insane.
Is that a house or is that like is that a 12-inch scale model?
What?
Right.
Oh, that does look fake.
Because also the camera didn't move at all either.
You know what it looks like? It looks like the smoke is too big. Watch when it hits. Like the volume, like the size of it, it looks small.
I mean,
you know what I'm saying? I mean, it looks like we're looking at something that's like a few inches tall.
If you watch like making of Star Wars, any of the any movies before CGI, whenever they do anything like that, it's always with these tiny models.
Yes. Yeah, this looks fake as shit.
Let's get another one. It's like, okay, what the camera's fine.
Who's them little people?
That's hilarious.
Oh, this is a good.
Who said that I'll stop? Yeah. Tsunami, I caught the wave. Tripped so much, man, I don't know what to say. Cunning at the racks, made it in a day. Had to earn a question, look the other way. Heard that they mad that I showed a late. Caught them by surprise.
Climate models are now warning that a super El Nino is forming, and the last time that this happened, it shattered every single temperature record ever held on Earth. So the NOAA just basically issued an El Nino watch, which means that conditions are now favorable for one of the most powerful weather patterns on the entire planet to return. And then actually, the European climate model is showing something much worse. There is a 98% chance of a moderate event by August, and then an 80% chance of a strong event, and a 22% chance it becomes a super El Nino. So what is that? A super El Nino, you might ask, is actually one of the rarest and most extreme climate events in recorded history. And then for all of the people that don't understand, because I'm people, normally winds push warm water westward across the Pacific, but during El Nino, those winds weaken and all of that stored heat rises to the surface and spreads. A climate scientist described this as the ocean unearthing heat that's been buried for years. So, what does that mean? Whenever it's strong enough, global temperatures will spike, droughts will deepen, floods will intensify, and storm patterns will shift across every single continent. There is a 90% chance that 2026 is going to finish as one of the 5 hottest years in history, and GTA 6 is still not even out yet.
This is absolutely disgusting and a total betrayal to the organic label that we trust. Okay, so Bill Gates-backed Appeal just got organic certification on their edible coating. They're spraying this stuff on apples, avocados to make it last longer. Is it even food anymore? So they hide behind plant-derived, but we're talking proprietary formulas with mono and diglycerides, potential solvent residue, heavy trace metals from manufacturing. I mean, it tricks your produce into looking fresh when it should be rotting naturally. Organic is supposed to mean pure, natural, transparent, not coated in some tech bro science experiment to extend shelf life for corporate profits. I mean, this undermines everything the organic label stands for. It's gaslighting customers who pay extra. I'm one of the suckers, apparently. We pay extra for clean food. We need public outrage right now. Flood the USDA with you and your grocery stores and organic certifiers with complaints. You want to demand that they reverse this approval immediately. Demand clear labeling. I mean, we need to know what's been coded. If we don't push back hard, they're going to code everything.
Forum post, and I'm going to put it directly on the screen, and I'm going to read it word for word. It says this, quote, I work for a private charter company in Ontario, Canada. The company handles booking and chartering flights across Ontario mainly. We are paid to spread ticks by air. It happens twice a year, early spring and early fall. This year, we've been hired to do it earlier. The company receives the ticks in boxes. Each box contains millions of ticks. The aircraft used are generally single or dual prop aircraft, single pilot, and one other passenger that handles the dispersal. It pays a lot, and I mean a lot. Generally, the ticks are dispersed in several specific regions in Ontario, and it's always the same regions each and every year. Thus far. Last spring, the ticks dispersed were mostly American dog ticks. This year, they are all deer ticks, supposedly specifically bred to withstand cold temperatures. End quote. So that post was from March 16th, 2 weeks before Snopes said that this story originated. All right, and it's pretty interesting. Here we have a whistleblower saying that they are paid to disperse ticks across Canada. Now, this sounds eerily familiar to what we're hearing about these boxes of ticks that are being found. And it begs the question, was this person telling the truth?
And a lot of people would be like, why would you do it? Man, people gonna take that money. That money looking right. I just got to get in a helicopter, release these ticks. Imagine if they paying you. Who says every time you go up there, they ain't giving you like 10 to 20 bands? And a lot of us gonna do that. I don't know about me. but a lot of us would do that. And here go one of them portals, by the way. Even though this might be AI, and portals start opening up and all around us. They doing stuff. CERN, the mist, things could get tight, but who knows? It may never come to fruition.
Begin the annihilation protocol. Prepare my ship. Yes, my lord. Why? What are you doing? I'm saving who I can. But Earth must be destroyed. Destroyed? Why? Our technology cannot fall into their hands. Reptilians. They're coming. We need to find her!
نه در بر صدا رو میبینیمش اینجاست دارم کار
Who says that situation didn't occur in the past? You know, some great civilization had met its own destruction, maybe because they was too advanced. Even though this AI, imagine you see something like this. Saw this, I was like, that's wild. In a minute, he gonna be better than Mike Jack.
Fight a robot trip
And he tried to keep going. He was like, "Nah, I got it, y'all."
He just gave up.
I'm not laughing. Because when these robots see me post this video, they'll be like, "Nah, you thought that was funny?" And they're gonna come and kill me. But how come the robot died when he fell? His legs slowly hit the ground. He's just like, "I ain't got it." That man dragging the robot's lifeless body off the stage.
That looks so bad.
People don't dance no more. All they do is this. That's funny. I'm sorry, robots. I know y'all probably gonna come kill us later. But until then, we can laugh at y'all dancing because y'all ain't got the dance down yet.
I saw this. I'm like, what is he doing? I don't even know what that was. Well, that's everything today. Appreciate those who tuned in. We're going to try to do this twice a week, Tuesdays and Thursdays. And if I got the opportunity, I'm going to do some things on the weekend. Again, thank you for tuning in. Like, comment your thoughts. Subscribe if you're new, please. It helps. We're going to keep trying to bring you some great, compilations and great commentary.